When I'm talking about type design, I usually use music as a metaphor. I look at alphabets as music for the eyes. And the text is the lyrics. And the letter forms are the music that you sing those lyrics to. Music was always around me. I started playing piano, I think, when I was 4 or 5, and then moved on to trumpet after that. As I got older, I was introduced to more forms of art. My dad once brought home a piece of calligraphy that a friend of his did for him. I couldn't believe a human hand would actually create these letter forms that were so precise and beautiful. I had the advantage in high school to learn mechanical drawing. Mechanical drawing was a way for me to have a creative outlet, but having the restrictions of having to draw something within certain parameters, measurements, and dimensions. I learned letterpress as one of the processes of printing and was immediately hooked and never really looked back. And now I have my own letterpress studio, which brings me back to my roots and gives me a chance to be a non-digital designer. Pen and paper have always been a great source of capturing in-the-moment inspiration. Can't have your computer with you all the time, but you can take a note, you can make a scribble. When I'm drawing and experimenting with letterform shapes, they tend to be on the regular or semi-bold side of weight. In many typefaces, that's where the real story is the thick and thin strokes. And so you have to draw something that's slightly bolder to reflect that. To make a well-crafted typeface, there's several things to consider. There's a technical consideration, which includes very detailed point placement. It's computer software, so there is code that has to be accurate. And then on the other side of the coin is the aesthetic aspect of the typeface. It has to be harmonized. An alphabet needs to look like every letter belongs with each other. The outdoors are always a great influence because there are really no straight lines in nature, and I like to try to convey a sense of that in my typefaces where there has to be an organic element that takes away from something that's very strict and refined and mechanical looking. I wanted to introduce an element of a natural flow from one letter to another while I was normalizing certain features so that they looked all like the same typeface. I wanted them to flow together. Whenever I'm asked which typefaces I'm more proud of, it's a difficult thing to consider because it's like asking someone which child is your favorite. I'm mostly excited when I see one of my typefaces used in a way that's really appropriate or really sets off the design or where the typeface is really working. But really, I feel pretty much the same way as other designers, like their favorite typeface is the one they're working on at the moment. The best thing about being a Foundry partner is being able to work on custom typefaces that you don't have the resources to fulfill on your own. Working with the Monotype creative team is really rewarding because I like to see the typefaces get implemented in a way that they were planned for.